What's up, everybody? On our latest edition of Health Hacks, we talked about soil composition, and we're going to elaborate on that a little bit today. So, in regards to soil composition, you've got the decomposition of plants and animals, and together that forms organic matter. Now, you can get your soil tested, a basic analysis of it, to determine the nitrogen, phosphorus, and all that stuff. Or you can take it a step farther and you can get your soil tested for organic matter. And why would you do that? What's the reason? Why do you need to test it for organic matter? Well, that's to determine how fertile your soil is. And you ever ask the question of why is soil more fertile around rivers? Well, all life goes to water. They need to drink the water to survive. And as they go toward, as life, talk about animals and plants, they flourish and thrive around the river as they go to that water source. As they die, that all goes into the soil. And then obviously, when rivers flood and crest, that water, which contains a lot of microbes, will settle down into the soil that's close to the river, and it settles in there, and then that all seeps into the soil and gives it the new building blocks for life. So I would encourage you guys to go get your soil tested. We're going to do it here very soon. A lot of universities in whatever state you're living in, here for us it's WVU, West Virginia University, they can test it for free for a basic soil analysis, and then they can charge a small fee for the organic composition of your soil. So, we did really well the last 2 years with our garden here, and I implore you guys to do your own gardening. It's a lot of hard work. It's really a lot of hard work, but it's so rewarding, and if you enjoy it, it's like therapy. So make sure you harvest your stuff continuously. Last year, I kind of fell victim. I had planted all those tomatoes and they all went to rot and waste. So this year, I'm going to try to do something a little different. I'm going to try to continuously harvest. Even though I have 3 jobs, I'm going to find the time to do it. And we're going to try to give some of that food out or charge it for a small cost, cheaper than what the grocery stores are doing, because it's important that people have fresh food that's not been contaminated with pesticides. And it's not easy to do that, and it is actually a little bit on the expensive side, but we're going to show you guys how to garden for as cheap as possible if you're living on a budget. And just make sure that you're using organic seeds and that you're not using a lot of pesticides. You don't really want that in your crops. That's what we're trying to get away from. Apples that have been preserved for months and even years, strawberries that have been sprayed with stuff. We had bought blueberries from the store, and those blueberries kept for 3 months. They never really rotted. They kind of like shrunk in, but they never grew mold. So they must have been treated with something. So the important thing is we're going to try to grow everything we can and try to live as subsistence farmers on our own property here in town. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. If you want to see more health hacks videos of how to garden and live within the means of your own limited space, make sure you subscribe to the videos, as many of you have already done, and we appreciate that. And we're going to do our best to try to help you guys as much as we can moving forward. Thanks again, and as always, Godspeed.